I mean, this is good news that Trudeau is out. But the bad news is, now that he is out, will Jagmeet hold up his end of the... Hey, so, weird things have been going on recently in Canada, within the Liberal Party, specifically. You probably already know what I'm going to be talking about today, but let us dive into a slight bit of a True North article here. Just gonna go over a little bit of a snippet, and then gonna get to the meat and potatoes of what I want to talk about here, which will then we'll dive further into it. So let's go with it. Starts off saying the Global and Mail was the first to report that Trudeau was expected to step down before the National Liberal Caucus is set to meet for a 6-hour-long session Wednesday. This comes as Trudeau has trailed behind the Conservatives in the polls, often by 20 points for months. Despite moving to buyback voters, such as the GST, HST tax break and the $200 handout on April. Once again, random dates found out that they were just to up the taxes once more, but they were trying to buy back voters with that. The leaders of all three major opposition parties have vowed to vote non-confidence in the Liberals in the next parliamentary sitting, reconvenes on January 27th, regardless of who is leading the party. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh finally announced last month that he would take down the government, although one of the members of the parliament, Charlie Angus, they signaled that he would not be alongside his party on that. That doesn't really matter to me. The point that matters to me is talking about Jagmeet Singh. I'm going to bring him up a little bit later because at the top of this article, it states, Justin Trudeau is expected to resign as Liberal leader Monday morning, according to multiple media reports. Trudeau is expected to address reporters at 10:45 a.m. Well, it has been past 10:45 a.m., and so that means it has already happened.
Over the holidays, I've also had a chance to reflect and have had long talks with my family about our future. Throughout the course of my career, any success I have personally achieved has been because of their support and with their encouragement. So last night over dinner, I told my kids about the decision that I'm sharing with you today. I intend to resign as party leader, as Prime Minister, after the party selects its next leader through a robust, nationwide, competitive process.
Well, I mean, it's a part victory, and that he is stepping down. The only problem is that, an election is not being called immediately, but... I mean, a win is a win, but the only problem is what comes afterwards. Well, I've heard some people talking, mentioning that Chrystia Freeland technically did not step down from being the deputy beside Trudeau. She just stepped down from being in his cabinet, but she did not step down from being deputy. So, technically... I think I might be getting this right. Maybe I'm not. I want to just put that in the air. I might not be getting this right. Technically, in the letter that Chrystia Freeland sent out, she could still be next runner-up for being Prime Minister. So that is, oddly enough, potentially worse than Trudeau. But I guess we'll see with that as to how all this happens, because either way, someone's going to be stepping up before the next election is called, if it gets called, which is what I really wanted to bring up here with Jagmeet Singh, because he was, prior to Justin Trudeau coming out and resigning, he had stated that he would go along with a non-confidence vote. Does that still stand now that Trudeau is gone? Is he actually going to stand with what he said, or is he now going to change his position? Because remember, the whole entire reason as to why he's kept Trudeau in power for so long is because he doesn't want to lose his pension. And so, if Trudeau is gone, will he go back to caring more about his pension than he will about Canadians? That is the question that I'm having hit my brain here. Once again, I guess technically we will find out when it happens, but I'm not sure that I totally want to find out what that is all up to, because remember, he is the person who has kept Trudeau in for as long as he's been in, because the non-confidence has been voted already. So, but he got turned down because of Jagmeet Singh. So he could do it again, and we could still be stuck with this failing government for too long. That's the whole entire point. Too long. Could be stuck with them for even longer, unfortunately. Pierre obviously came out with his own statement now that Trudeau is gone. I'm going to take a little bit of that clip and we're going to watch it now.
So given that Liberal MPs and leadership contenders unanimously supported everything Trudeau has done, why dump him now, right before an election? Have they had a change of heart? Is it because they feel guilty that they doubled housing costs, hiked taxes, unleashed crime, broke immigration, forced a quarter of the population into poverty? No. They continued supporting Trudeau when he did all of those things. No, their only objection is that he is no longer popular enough to win an election and keep them in power.
And yeah, that is the thing. They don't have a change of heart. They're only doing it because Trudeau is not popular anymore, which I will bring back to Jagmeet over here. The only reason he is doing this is because of all the blowback that he's getting from not doing the non-confidence vote. So will he go back on it now because Trudeau was just unpopular? They got rid of him because he is unpopular, but he was still supporting Trudeau throughout this entire thing. He was still supporting him the entire time. So is he just gonna roll back that notation that he's gonna vote for the non-confidence? Is he gonna roll that back? Because his pension is still on the table there, so I don't have confidence in the fact that he's gonna vote for the non-confidence, but I guess we will see.
The country spirals out of control, an out-of-control housing emergency, an out-of-control migrant crisis, an out-of-control $62 billion deficit, not to mention tariff threats from the United States. Oh, and another NDP Liberal carbon tax hike kicks in this April 1st. Everything's out of control, and now the government is out of control. This cannot go on. We need a carbon tax election now.
He is right, we do need the election, which... I mean, this is good news that Trudeau is out. But the bad news is, now that he is out, will Jagmeet hold up his end of the non-confidence vote? Or is he just gonna let it, oh, well, guys, I'm actually okay with this new leader, so yada yada, I don't have a problem, I'm not gonna vote for the non-confidence. Is he gonna do that? I unfortunately believe that he will. Because I don't think he has a... I don't think he has a backbone. I don't think he has it. He's like paper mache. It gets crumpled. So all we have to wait for now is to see who will be the next prime minister. It could technically, I think, still be Chrystia. That could be very much so worse. So we could have her for too long. We could have her for too long, which would be quite problematic, and hopefully we don't have that as an issue, you know? I'm just gonna throw this out there. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but Jagmeet and Trudeau have an agreement. They have an agreement, because it just so happens to be, after Jagmeet has said, I will vote for a non-confidence, that about a month later, all of a sudden, Trudeau, oh, he gets out of resignation, and then we gotta wait about another month for the non-confidence vote to be voted. It is way too complimentary in the time zone that this is all happening. And I don't know if we can necessarily trust it, because I believe I think Trudeau is... honestly, I think that Trudeau is resigning so that the Liberals can stay in power for now, and that Jagmeet won't vote for non-confidence, because he is only concerned about his pension. And so he's gonna keep the Liberals in, because if the Liberals are there, then his pension is like, it's set in stone, it is good. So I believe that they had a whole entire agreement going on into this whole entire thing. I believe he's resigning purely for Jagmeet, his purpose, because why else would he resign? Sure, you could say, well, the Liberals are making him resign because he's unpopular, but he's been unpopular for the entire year, so it's a little bit late at this rate. So what is it? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't really know. But yeah, I think that is all I had to say about this for today. So I hope that you have a good one.